Yo. Mic check. 1, 2. What is this? You're now tuned into Imperfect Sense right here on Unified Radio.tv. I want to four hosts, one of four moderators, one of four opinionated brothers that make up this podcast called Imperfect Sense. I go by the name of Eric E. Mr. Dawson, whatever it is you call me, and please don't call me a midget. And you laughing because this motherfucker to the right of me.
He look like Mike Lowry.
You know what I'm saying? To the left of me, I got the bully with me, Conway. Conway's in the building. To the right of me, I
Mike Lowry.
Who the fuck he is? You know what I'm saying? He must be expecting some sun.
Yeah, this flesh. Sun,
but Flesh, the fitness guru, is here. We don't know.
Had a rough night, man.
We don't know if he's high off the Molly or we don't know what's going on.
Just drinking, man.
Shout out to Andy. Andy isn't with us today, but I don't know what's going. He's going to throw my whole vibe off on this side, yo. My whole vibe.
Not the whole show. Let me.
He's like fucking LL in the old FUBU promo videos and shit. Remember he had them same shades on with the Speedo cap with the FUBU pullover.
And the FUBU fucking headband.
Fuck is this, 97?
Yo, get the FUBU headband, yo.
Why they got me directed at me right now?
Because you in him with sunglasses on.
Yo, sunglasses are a statement, man.
I dig.
Yeah, when it's sunny outside.
Oh, you one of them?
Yeah.
So you ain't never wearing no shades in the club?
We ain't in a club.
No. You ain't.
I didn't say that, but we're not in a club. And also, I was also trying to hide the fact that I was high and drunk too. So
well, you know, I had a hangover. You know, I got a little hangover, so that's why I got the eyes.
You drinking a margarita?
No, we was playing this game called Drinkopoly. It's like Monopoly. You'll get drunk before you make it around the board.
I could dig it.
Yeah.
That's some shit I can get into. Pause. I can get into that. But listen, everybody, if this is your first time listening to Imperfect Sense, like this show is based around four opinionated brothers from all walks of life. We talk about everybody. We talk about ourselves. We talk about black people. We talk about white people. We talk about gay people, Asian people. It don't matter. Men, women, it don't matter. You know what I mean? We talk about everybody, and what makes perfect sense to us may not make perfect sense to you. So with that being said,
might not.
Let me drop the disclaimer. If you're sensitive about your race, religion, gender, sexuality, or politics, this is not the show for you because, like I said before, we talk about everybody. Yes. Nobody's off limits, so you can't cancel us. You will not put no movement, no Me Too, no nothing behind us. You know what I mean? We do our thing. Nobody's off limits. And who's not off limits today? We getting directly into the shit. Nobody. Is that good old sports channel called ESPN, and I don't believe they like black people. And that's just me. I don't think they like black people working for them. I think they say, hey, 1, 2 of you niggas is enough. And we ain't having it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Because oh, Lord. Let me tell you what sparked this conversation.
Yeah, tell me what sparked.
Before LL over here goes too far left. So check it out. Earlier this week, it was a conversation put out on blast from one of their hosts, white lady. Kind of is like my white crush, Rachel Nichols. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Didn't they replace her?
No, she's still there. Rachel Nichols said some things about a coworker, Maria Taylor, which is black, about actually replacing her or being part of the NBA Finals, right? Mm-hmm. The first things first, who taped the fucking conversation? That's the shit that I never understand. Things don't just leak. People put things out there for other people to see and hear. So my thing is, who actually taped it? They said, hey, it was a Zoom call. She kept it on record. But who put it out there? It's a lot of shit that we say in here in this room amongst ourselves. And if it comes out, guess what?
We know
one of us put the shit out on purpose.
Yes.
So therefore, I believe it was some type of plot. Maybe it was about a network. Maybe it was somebody who's really trying to take down Rachel Nichols. But for me, what I heard, I don't know if it's that bad. You know, everything has something to do with when it's talked about us. It's always they throw the race card out there first. Always the race. She was basically, I'm gonna paraphrase it, basically saying like, yeah, you know, NBA Finals thing is my thing, and I understand why you trying to push her this way because of the way that you treated people, women and black people in this company. I'm paraphrasing that shit.
And if she said if you said it out there what she said up the paraphrase, I'm not mad at it.
And that's off the paraphrase.
I'm not mad at it.
But it was a big thing about her being potentially racist. Well, I don't know if it's essentially she was racist. It's just when it comes to criticizing us and the people don't look like us, we automatically think that it's race. But
You know, I agree with that.
I know you do.
Shows in the back past when I talked about that.
and for me, ESPN as a whole, I don't think like us working for them because for the people past that are not there were very much
Well, I ain't gonna say-
into the culture. You got to think
Yeah.
who's not there anymore. Josina Anderson isn't there. Jemele Hill isn't there anymore. Michael Smith isn't there anymore.
I'd
Carrie
have fired them
Champion
niggas anyway,
isn't.
though.
Carrie Champion, but listen, they was rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
Carrie
I
Champion, and I forget the other. What's the
fired.
other dude name that had the show when his father was coming on there? He
Oh yeah,
Latino.
yeah.
It seems like with them, anybody who speaks up for us on their platform, they automatically ask some type of way, or they automatically find a way to not renew contracts. They automatically find a way just to not bring them back. And it's like, for me, I think they think one or two black people, token black people, is enough. They got Stephen A. Smith. They probably like, how much more nigga you need here? You understand what I'm saying?
But you know, but he was shucking jive for them. Like that's they go.
We know that.
That's they go to. Stephen A. Smith is they go to.
I think he plays
listen,
defense a lot.
he
He
played-
plays the 50 a lot.
Yeah,
He played
he
a 50, but
but
he
whatever-
playing two networks too. So.
Yeah, but whatever goal, you know, whatever he got to do to build what he need to build, he doing it. He's willing to, you know, teeter that line like that.
the thing,
Do you agree with him teetering that line though?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because everybody
Even for the sake of the culture?
Yeah, but I'm not into that culture stuff. Because
'Cause-
the reason why I'm not into the culture stuff is because the motherfuckers that say that they into the culture stuff really not into the culture stuff.
Yeah,
Well, the ones who said it, they don't work at ESPN no more. They
Well,
live,
yeah,
they
see,
lived
well,
it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that. Let's just say, go ahead. Let
They
me
lived
hear
it.
that all.
Shit. Ah.
Having a moment of silence.
Yeah, because I might get killed at this one. Not literally, because motherfuckers ain't gonna touch me. But I'm just saying though, like, what's his name? Michael Smith. That was with Jemele Hill, right?
Yeah.
He left because she left.
He left because she left. Mm-hmm. That nigga wasn't no fucking woke. She was woke. Mm-hmm. He just had a crush. Let's keep it a buck. That nigga
You
was
about to end this man's marriage right
I
now.
don't give a fuck. Hey man, shit is on. What's on TV is what you see on TV. I like that shit. Law and Order. Them motherfuckers. He had to go. He was great. He was great crushing real life. Yeah, like yo. At the end of the day,
I gotta give him benefit of the doubt. I mean,
he
he stood for something.
He stood
I
his
can't put that.
ground
I can't put
because
that energy out saying he
He
had a
stood
crush
his
with
ground
Jemele
because
Hill.
he would have been fucking got fired if it wasn't for her.
But my thing
He was
is, like,
bland.
what
Remember, he was a jump shipper. He jump shipped so many fucking shows. He ain't never have his own show until she was there. He ain't had no fucking personality. She brought it out of him. He had to jump on her wave to be like, yo, like, she the one that kept me a job for 3 years. Because I went from this show to that show, to this show to this show, because he was a fucking coon.
You say he was a
He
coon?
was a fucking coon,
What you
bro.
get ready to say, Flair?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that in a situation like that with ESPN, like what can you do?
You can't do anything.
You really can't do nothing.
Why you think you can't do
The
anything?
reason
They're
why
not
you
the
can't-
only thing out here.
Listen,
They
they
not.
not. No, what I'm saying is that when it comes to ESPN, if you go, let me put some
But
more
they are.
information into it.
They not, but
Let me-
they are.
Let me put some more information into it. If they got the power, and that's what everybody watching a lot, and you want to be a part of that, you got to go into that knowing what you're getting yourself
Well,
into.
So
Well,
we mad at ESPN or Disney?
I know where you're going with that, and this was going to open me up. Pause to that. You know what I'm saying? I got
Lord.
it in.
Thank you, Lord, for helping him
You thought I wasn't going to throw the pause in there?
I said, whoa.
See, this is the thing. You know, they recently had fired Paul Pierce, right?
I think that was a plot, though.
My thing is like this.
Like,
They fired Paul Pierce. Let me break it down if you don't know why they fired. Paul Pierce had an episode where he was on Instagram with strippers, weed, and alcohol, right? Minding his own, yeah, at work, yeah, on the weekend having a good time. They ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? I guess they ain't like the imagery because of Disney for their product. So he was essentially let go. But I don't know how I feel about that, only because let's take Fox Sports, right? Fox Sports, we all know Fox as a company has taken our people and made us look like shit. They put out a lot of propaganda. Fox News, that whole network, right? Mm-hmm. But you got somebody on that network, Shannon Sharpe, that talks that shit. Mm-hmm. And he ain't get his throat cut yet. So for me, I'm looking at ESPN like you got people come on your platform that look like us that come talk that shit and live their shit, and you cut them. So who's the real racist? Is it ESPN or is it Fox?
But Shannon Sharpe ain't got shit where chicks shaking their
No. But he
that.
still do the part. He's still smoking his shit. He's still on his live drinking. Like that's what I'm saying.
But they can respect.
Which I like.
Listen,
I like
what
the
I'm saying is
realness.
that, but they can respect that because that's something
he been a nigga.
that's something. It ain't the fact about them even being a nigga. Like we express ourselves freely too, but they understand too that he's educated too. Like he bring in a voice that he got. A lot of their peers listen to. See, they not used to seeing a lot of black men be educated, be in a suit, and can express the struggles of black people the way that he do.
Well, a sports player can relate to white. Well, white people relate to sports players.
But I get that.
So he can say whatever he wants.
See, we saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
no,
That's what I mean.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean is that they can they look at that more. They like it. But if you're gonna go to, hood shit. Titties, ass, shaking. That's a whole nother environment that they don't even want affiliated with what they doing. So in his position, should be knowing that hey, if I do this, I can jeopardize the situation.
I feel. See, I get it. But this is how I feel. First of all, rest in peace to Stuart Scott.
My God,
right?
the innovator,
my favorite. But take his personality. He was one of us.
He'd have still been there though.
Right. He's one of us. And he was one of us when he was here. So the antics and the way that he was carrying himself on camera, we related to.
But he wasn't.
But they enjoyed it then because guess what? It made us look at that network more because Stuart Scott's there. We related to him. I feel like now that they got the audience, it's like we don't really have to put up with that Stuart Scott type shit that y'all want to do over here. That's how I feel. Because we already got you.
No, but
we already took that hit.
He got a point.
He got a point. But Stuart Scott also was, even though he was one of us, he was still a businessman. Like he took stands outside of that. Like anything that he had to speak on, he didn't use their platform. He said it at his own time.
Yeah,
like,
because once you get there, you basically can do whatever. You basically can do whatever you want. Like like Jay-Z at a point, he can go anywhere and wear his hair any type of way that he want.
Wait until he's a billionaire and not kid.
Well,
no
not even that. But not even just that. Like he
crazy,
said,
man.
like Eric Thompson, the motivational speaker, he said the same thing. He said when he got as good as he did and those corporate American people respect, he said I can walk inside with a sweatsuit on. Yeah. It don't matter anymore. But it's just the way you conduct yourself. But see, you won't catch. They know that they will never go that far. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the type of mentality that they need in there, you can express yourself, but we're not going to let you have free range to do whatever you want to when you putting a mark on our brand.
And see, then on top of that, with them being media, right? Because they're media, no matter how you could take it, right?
They definitely media.
So, it's just like having see, people get it fucked up because they like, your media company, I'm part of media. They not us. They don't own that shit. Mm-hmm. They got to go through somebody else for what they say. That shit is already teleprompted up. So when you start going off a script of teleprompter, it's an issue now because now you're fucking up money.
That's money.
That's what I'm saying. You fucking up money. Not only that, now you fucking up because we got to throw a commercial in between certain shit. But then there's always a rule book. Any job that when you deal with media, law enforcement, fucking work in the courthouse, them motherfuckers tell you flat out the back, you cannot be on this platform or in this platform and speak freely about shit
because it's not freedom of speech when it's on the private platform. It's the same thing with social media when they be like, oh, they block me because I get blocked all the time, and because you can't say what you want to say. Because it's not freedom of speech when it's on somebody else's platform.
Else's platform. And it's until you have your own platform, you can't say shit.
Yeah. So in hindsight,
you know that.
You think they need to sit down with a network and say, hey, we need some changes because certain shit is going on in the world we feel as though that we need to speak out on it because we do have a following and people do see us every day, and the message that we're saying can help people that look like you and I.
But then you got to think about it too, because once that happened with some of them, they disappeared. Like, people like, oh, ESPN wouldn't been shit without Jemele Hill and them, right? She can't even push her own fucking podcast. Like, no one's looking for that shit.
Because
ESPN is the engine. That's a big engine.
But
It's a big engine.
That's my certain motherfucker.
So is that our fault as a people for not going when she left?
Exactly.
Because we don't. A lot of us, like when she left,
he hit it right on the nail,
and it was a big thing. Then another person left to follow her. We didn't follow them
because we don't move like that as black people. We always into comfortability and what's the norm. So if I go here, if I know everybody's watching ESPN and that's what I'm used to, motherfuckers don't break habits.
Right. No,
they don't live with they don't live with principles to go, well, we watched, help ESPN. They was shit before he got on. Next thing you know, you draw all this traffic and then they do you dirty. They know the mass majority of black people ain't gonna back up off that and go.
But that's because a lot of they not good. Just think about it. What basically some of the shit that they talking about now has nothing to do why people started following them in the first place.
Exactly.
You were talking about sports.
Exactly.
So when you start talking about another lane,
yeah. Plus the and then over time.
Plus the culture.
Yeah. Plus over time the culture.
And then most of your fans at
But
the time
I think
anyway.
certain personalities.
Most of your fans are white anyway.
I think certain personalities.
Everything. And that's what black people need to understand. That even when it came to hip hop, Puff Daddy, Jake, all of them made their money off the white man's dollar. Because when you watched all them concerts, Lauryn Hill, everybody, the Roots, when you looked out at that crowd, that big ass crowd that went all the way back to the
87% white.
87% white. And
I think a certain person. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I think it's certain personalities that they can make that move like that. But I think the rollout has to be different. And if people don't know what a rollout is, it's the way you promote it that you are leaving. You get what I'm saying? Because truth be told, a lot of people left when Skip left. Because he's such a big. When Skip said, "Yo, I'm going over here," people follow Skip Bayless.
How many black people you think follow Skip?
A lot.
A lot of black people.
A lot.
Because
because we deem Skip as our white cousin.
Our white cousin for
You
the
know
simple
what I'm
fact, a lot of black people said that fucking Stephen A. was a fucking.
Uncle Tom.
That's the wrong term. Uncle Term.
That's right. You know I can't use that. Zambo.
Zambo. Fucking coon. Like,
we got to break.
So they follow him, but that's another reason of why Shannon Sharpe gets to do what he wants to do over.
It's a good balance over there.
It's a good balance. Not only that, Fox. If you turn on the Fox channel, I don't give a fuck what state you in. The same shit Shannon is doing is the same shit that they promote.
Shannon keeping the lights on for Fox Sports over that bitch.
But look though, it's the same shit though that they say that they look down on the song that he does.
You said they what? They look
like the way he act when he do like his little outside podcast shit and all that. Like they like that because they can say
he more popular now than he was playing football, yo.
Yeah. But it's just like if Fox Sports is. Fox News, period, just saying only thing black people do is drink beer, act a fucking fool, da-da-da. He's doing that on his podcast. So why fire him? It's helping your voice. Like, there's no need to fire him because if he's doing this nigger shit they say, we're going to keep exploiting it. And now he's one of the people that we can say.
So you basically saying he like a chess
He's
piece.
a fucking pawn.
He like a chess piece.
He's
I get exactly what you said.
Because the only other black people that's on there come on fucking the only time they come on is football season.
Yeah, so because you basically saying like, yo, for everything y'all say Fox hates about black people, he is, and we let him be on TV.
That's
it. I get what you're saying.
Smart.
Yeah,
and I knew ESPN was going to change once they put fucking spelling bee on that bitch. Once they put the spelling bee on ESPN, and Stuart Scott was dead and gone, rest his soul. I knew what time it was. Mm-hmm. And then that's when they started pushing out, Disney is our
Cause
our parent station, blah, blah, blah. I knew what time it was.
Because believe it or not, motherfuckers, they tired of nigga shit. Like, they at a generation now where nigga shit just getting pushed to the side. They don't even want none of that shit. The way people buying businesses and this company buying this and taking over. Once a company buys something, the image start changing
But
too.
niggas tired of nigga shit too.
But
So that's
exactly.
another image. That's a
Exactly.
And truth be told, we don't really know who's inside ESPN find these motherfuckers either. Because it could be a motherfucker just like us and that bitch like, yo, he got to go.
Yeah.
Because he's looking for a person that's going to give a new image.
Exactly.
He got to go.
Because you know why?
Here we go.
'Cause they
That's
look
why,
at
that's why Stephen
This
A.
is a-
Smith walks that fine
this is-
line, and I like his sports commentary. But when it comes to social, he walks that fine, and then he walks that fine line. And then you got some athletes, right? That's like, yo, you only get on the black ones, Doug. Like, we'll never see you really criticizing everybody else. It's us.
But you
like,
see why though?
But the reason
But you
why
see
because he black.
he black.
White people can't do it.
I think somebody giving him some notes like, yo, we want to say this, but we can't.
Yeah.
So here.
Listen, but think about it. It's a smart move to do because we know we live in a society where can't no white person criticize no black people.
Because look
can't.
when Max Kelly.
Right.
Look at when Max Kelly.
Because everything is a race.
Exactly.
Everything is race.
You make
look-
one bad statement of white person. You make one statement about anybody black and you white. You already
Look.
racist.
They just try to crucify Max Kelly for the shit he said about LeBron. You know what I mean? Like,
And they deemed him a cousin.
yeah,
And
they
LeBron
think-
need to shut the fuck up sometimes.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what he was saying. But motherfucker, no, he just racist. You can't say certain shit. But the crazy thing about it is Stephen A. Smith, he never like I don't see why people want him to say certain shit where really it's not a lot of white motherfuckers out here in sports that he talk about anyway. That's doing anything to talk about.
Like, cause really think about it. Like I said before.
Who though?
Yeah, but that's what I said. But think about it. Like I said before.
Because
What
you
they
know we
do
the
is-
most popular.
Listen.
We
Can
control
I ask you a
cool.
question? Now, be honest. When it comes to sports and entertainment, period, pertaining to us, how often do you hear about shit happening with white people with money?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't. You know why?
They hide the
because
shit.
Because they hide
It
their shit.
happens.
We don't hide our shit. Everything got to go right out in the front. Everybody got to know what the fuck
And we
going
put it
on.
out before the
And
media
they
put
look
it
at
out.
And they look at it as entertainment. And white people going, well, we gonna savor and keep the image of our culture with the structure of families, everything. We
Unless
gonna keep our
TMZ
shit
hit it
together.
first. Yeah, 'cause
we gonna let y'all keep fucking up and arguing.
We can't
y'all
like we
book.
can't front like these white athletes don't got side
Yo.
bitches.
Yeah, like,
they
unless
out
TMZ
here, they out here blowing
Remember-
money in the casino.
Remember I
You know,
told you we had a
all
show.
that.
We had a show all the way back when Lamar Odom, when he was on his drugs and shit. And I told you I saw the shit
that
when he
motherfucker on Love
when
and
I told you
Hip-Hop.
when he was out and TMZ ran up on him and he said, "Why y'all keep doing this to me?" He said, "Why y'all keep coming at me and other black athletes and other black entertainers when there's a whole bunch of white people out here that got the same issues we had, but y'all never in front of their face like y'all us." That footage, all of a sudden, you can't find that shit
That's
nowhere.
good.
You know, because you
That's
know who made sports sensational like that, where they want to post the drama and it became entertainment. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman.
Once
They
them-
seen him out in Vegas. He got white chicks over there, Asian chicks.
Then they start dressing like
crazy,
yeah.
looking like a
Put wedding
he one of
dresses
my
on and
favorite-
shit.
He one of my top 10
Yeah,
NBA
put
dudes.
on
Of
wedding
all
dress
time,
on and
son.
shit.
They've
All
realized
time.
he's entertainment, and
Yup.
they've been running with that shit since then.
White motherfuckers don't do that.
What?
Like the white motherfuckers don't do. Look how white motherfuckers break up too. That's in like
They try to expose Rob
look.
Gronkowski for doing that shit.
Yeah, and
they tried and they
try. but-
swept that shit under
but,
the rug.
But the whole thing is, he makes a fun of that shit. We don't make fun of like you. He going fucking do whatever he want to do. Fucking dance on dumbass shows and fucking become a wrestler for a
Slam
day.
dancing in the club
then
and
he fucking he don't care. Like white motherfuckers when they don't care. That's extra publicity for them.
And they not even bringing it with
Yeah,
drama too.
we don't.
That's the same reason why hip hop works.
Yeah.
They sensationalize and the shit that we go through is entertainment for them.
And then the
You know what I'm
shit,
saying?
then the shit is like, you got A-Rod was just broke up with him and J-Lo finally broke up, right? That shit was a story for the moment, then it disappeared.
It didn't even last.
but you
what,
got-
a day or
That's
two.
because look at it, they're not doing the shit that we do. Fucking Shawnee broke up with Shaq. that shit became a whole fucking fiasco because she
Because it
started
became
running her
messy.
mouth.
It
She
became
started
messy.
running her mouth to the media. Fucking
Same thing with a lot of divorces
look,
with these black
Dr.
athletes.
Dre and his estranged baby.
Yeah.
They start every time a black athlete and their wife or girlfriend, whatever, breaks up, she start making money. Because she started
attention
she go
is
for
a
the
motherfucker.
attention. She start getting here. Shade room start wanting to talk to her. Fucking
Now she
Wendy want
famous.
to talk to her.
Now she famous.
White people, they don't do that
They
shit.
don't want to be famous.
You see that shit in the tabloids.
Bill Gates' wife
If
been
you
getting
read
cheated
it.
on for 20 years, and they like, well, we finally call it quits. It
Right.
was no big thing. We already knew.
Nothing. And then she hit
It's
him
our
like
business.
Then they said, "Oh yeah, he got another girlfriend." She come out like, "Yeah, I knew he had a girlfriend for 15 years."
Yeah, what you saying?
Even Tiger Woods'
What you
ex-wife.
saying?
Remember, he was Tiger. That's why Tiger Woods ain't been that good. His vice is having a bunch of bitches.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
his vice.
that's
His
his-
vice is he a
Now
hoe
he
out
tryna
here.
have one
Now he
bitch.
trying to.
A bunch of
Women.
white bitches.
Yeah, a bunch of white bitches. That's his vice. That's what
That's
he
his
wants.
vice.
But you know what's so funny? Something you said a few minutes ago about black people not liking criticism from whites. We think everything is racist. Truth be told, a lot of shit racist people say to us, some of that shit be true. Yo, look,
This
I
shit
remember,
be true.
I remember this scene.
But you can't say it because you white.
I remember this
It's
scene,
the
right?
truth.
That's
Check out
why
this,
we'll
check out
never
this
get
movie
right.
Ice Cube made back in the day called High Learning, right? Old movie.
I can't watch
This
that
dude-
motherfucker
That's my
still to
shit.
this day.
This dude,
my
the
shit.
dude,
When
the
that motherfucker
dude.
killed Deja. Woo. I'm sorry, yo. My bad. Yo, hurt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
She should have died that weak ass dress she had on.
Could've bust that.
Yo, but
One of us should
the
have did.
dude, the Nazi clan, whatever the fuck he was,
Yeah.
the racist white dude, he
The
said
skinhead.
That's the
something real.
motherfucker that talk shit a lot now. The dude with the mamba, what's his name?
No, not him. That's Michael Rappaport. I'm talking about the dude that was the leader of they clique.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I forget the
Oh yeah,
actor's
'cause he
name.
was in that though.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
the one who shot her.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm talking about
My
the
bad,
dude.
yo. You can tell that movie affected me.
The dude said something in the movie, right? When they said something about going to war with black people. He said, "We not prepared to go to war with them. They killing each other every night. They trained, and that's real shit."
Real shit.
But a white person saying that, ain't like,
Yo, we gotta bring that shit back, though.
no. He's not supposed to say that. He is
Yes,
supposed
he
to.
is.
That shit true.
It-
Racist shit they say sometimes is true. Not on board with a lot of it.
And they ain't,
But-
you don't even gotta be trained to hit the right person.
And I do like chicken.
Hey,
A
look,
lot.
And watermelon.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
And malt liquor.
That's
I do like
why I
that
don't
shit.
get upset, you know?
That's
Yeah,
what
but
we call
I'm saying.
nigga shit.
We gotta
Pause.
stop crying about that shit. Though.
But
Like if you for real, like the only way shit gonna ever get better is when we accept that. Like if another race is telling you how they see us, we have to start accepting that shit because there's a
That's
truth there, bro.
that's how they say. Just like we see them a certain way.
Yeah, we
You
see
know
them
what
a
I'm saying?
certain way. So it's like once both parties start to feel like, yo,
But you know what? But unfortunately, the reason why we're not gonna get there because you got a ton of black people out there that feel as though
woke.
because it's coming from
Come from the people that oppressed you.
because it comes from the people that oppressed you that
The woke people.
they not allowed to say it. Now that is a thin line because you can have motherfuckers faking the funk that can be racist and ain't really saying shit. It's a thin line. I get where they coming from, but that self accountability when it comes to us, we ain't got to worry about what our oppressors do. We should be focused on what we need to do. And if you hear information from another race, and if you know that it's true in you, accept that shit.
because
Agreed.
it's true. Because at the end of the day, right? We'll sit in the living room, kitchen, the studio, whatever, and talk to each other and be like, yo, why the fuck we kill each other so much? And then when a white person be like, yo, if we ever went to war, we don't think we're ready for that.
Or ask like,
because
why y'all
you
kill each other?
motherfuckers just
Everybody got their own point of view because you
Yeah.
gonna get a motherfucker like me that'll start off, and I'm always gonna start off with respect until I see who I'm dealing with. Because I said it depends. I'll start off and go, yeah, but it's just a whole bunch of things that started back from slavery leading up and trying to leave it like that. But then when they try to keep going, or you get a black person that go, oh, well, you can't hold that accountable now. I go, yes, you can. Yes, you can. because you gotta understand how all that shit started in order to see what's going on, in order for you to accept what's going on to try to want to fix the shit.
Agreed.
But you just got some black people out here that's never gonna be on board with fixing us, period. They not gonna. They don't even realize.
Never
that
gonna
they,
take a look in the mirror and
They
say
the
we need-
reason
yeah.
why we in the condition that we in. Because yesterday, speaking on it, I had a female. She tried to comment about some things, and I told her it was about the black woman
I
thing.
had to
Like
edit
men
this out.
men shouldn't be allowed. Men shouldn't be allowed to say. Black men shouldn't be allowed to say anything to black women. We just focus on.
Shit.
We should just focus on black men.
Shit.
That's what she said yesterday. She said black men, because everything that's going on now, it's a shift. A lot of black men been speaking that no matter where you turn at in the culture now, men speaking up about what they not tolerating anymore. Basically,
We getting our backbone back.
basically we becoming modern men. What I'm trying to tell them is not being said yet, but I just want to be the first person to let her know what you are experiencing is the new development of modern men. Modern women already been created decades ago. This is the men getting broke of that. I gotta sacrifice everything for my woman and everything for my woman now because y'all not the way that y'all supposed to be. So now you singing the birth of modern men. And all I tried to tell her is that you talking about fixing this group we in is about fixing the black community, but you can't tell a black man that he only get to talk to other black men about situations. I said if a man see
When
a
we
problem-
supposed to be a team and be able to
That's my point.
communicate.
That's
I
my
wish-
point
I
of
wish
what
I
I was
was
trying
in
to
that
tell her.
group.
Yeah, it's called the official Kevin Samuels.
Oh, you're not in it.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't in that shit.
Oh, sorry.
I don't be
Yeah.
jumping in all these fucking groups because
That one needed, son.
I be wanting to pull up. So
Yo, to piggyback on
Your face
what you
dropped.
said earlier. I know we don't like to drop the N bomb around here. You know what I mean? Because we think more highly of ourselves than
can I do Gilly real quick?
No.
No, you know he ain't fool.
No,
Man, that
no.
Look how serious he got.
Nah.
Oh, I won't.
But
I won't do the.
We know we don't like to drop the N bomb, but we did mention nigga shit, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of quote unquote nigga shit, the little homie Shikari Richardson,
Oh, nigga, shit.
track star, smoking a good old devil's lettuce, the ganja, the gas, whatever it is,
What's that?
fuck
The
it-
devil letter?
whatever the fuck it is you want to call it.
Smoke.
Worked so hard,
Devil
the most dominant runner in the world is not going to be able to compete in Tokyo this year for the Olympics. Something you worked hard for.
Then I
Something
team left
every
off, too.
Yeah, something come around every 4 years. So now you got to wait 4 years again. Could possibly be going out of her prime in 4 years. We don't know.
No, she won't be.
She's going to be slower than she is at 21,
Yes.
25.
I said that.
I get it, but she's still gonna be
she-
competing.
I'm saying,
Yeah, she gonna be competing, but she had a chance to
be
reach
Olympics.
greatness.
Yeah, I
She had
dig
a
it.
But
Cause there's another her coming right behind
yeah,
her.
speaking of nigga shit,
We still
how
ain't
do
get
we
you some
feel
vote
about
yet.
her not being able to not smoke weed to cope whatever it is she's coping with in order to compete? And this conversation has gone racist, not so much from other cultures, between our culture saying, well, she should have knew better. Then some people say, well, weed is damn near legal. Some people say this. Some people say that.
Now-
Where are we at with the Shikari shit?
Let me tell you-
I'm gonna let y'all go first.
I can tell you where
I'm
I'm,
gonna let
not
y'all go
at.
first.
I can tell you where I'm not at first.
What?
I'm not on the bandwagon of she let everybody down type shit.
Oh, no.
I'm not on that. Like, she's her own individual. It was no guarantee she was going to win the gold, even though we know she was going to win
What
the
the
gold.
fuck you mean, what
We
no
know.
guarantee?
But what
Stop,
I'm
yo.
saying is, like,
Stop.
I'm not putting that pressure on a 21-year-old
I am.
child who's still growing into
I
a
don't
woman.
call her a child. You're not a child.
She's a child of God.
she-
Like, listen, yo, let me fucking finish. I said, she's a child of God. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, she's a young woman. At 21, we all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? That's it for me. That's all I'm saying. She made a fucking mistake.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, because we're gonna debate right there. And let's get it straight before we
And then
even
I'm gonna
move
go
forward.
second.
I'm gonna just say this for everybody that's
There
watching.
you go.
Everybody else is arguing this. She took accountability for her actions. I want everybody to know that all this argument and heat you hear going on about her ain't got shit to do with her, because she took accountability for her actions. She never once asked for anything. So Puffy, all you motherfuckers that want to come out and say run for her, she a grown ass woman. She took responsibility. She ain't never have a problem with nothing that went on. She knows she fucked up. Now into the mix of these Negroes, because I'm gonna get away from the N word. Accountability and responsibility. It doesn't matter what weed is legal, not legal. None of that shit matters. The fact of the matter is that they sign contracts that they not supposed to take these type of substance. Period. So it don't matter. You break the fucking contract. That's it.
I'm gonna wait.
That's fucking it. I don't have no sympathy. Before she even came out, I ain't had no sympathy. She knew what the fuck she was doing. I wouldn't. Why would you create a culture of these other young people coming up to say that okay, I can break the fucking rules anytime I want to?
Hold up. Now, before he goes on, because his rant is going to be somewhere around 17 and have 18 minutes.
No, it's not going to be that long.
To the point, like, we probably can go get lunch, come back, and he'll still be sitting here going and shit. But what do you say to the people that say Michael Phelps did it?
That's Michael Phelps in that time. You can't keep putting motherfuckers from other times up to now. That's the problem with this culture.
That's where the race car came in for a lot of people.
Yeah, but the thing is that even if it did come in, Michael Phelps not here now.
I want to say something.
Michael Phelps not here now. 2, yeah. Did he do it? Did it go during that time? Yes. But once you start letting one thing happen, do it got to keep continuing happening all the way up across the board.
My thing is, I hate to put this on.
And then, can I ask you a question? Did they do it? Did Tokyo was the one who stopped them?
I'm trying to figure out how anybody from Jamaica qualifies for anything. That's their natural. That's their natural shit they did.
But
y'all don't say.
But the thing
they call
about
it
that,
medicine.
Though, the ones that run from Jamaica never fail a piss test.
That's why we don't understand how they didn't.
Because they don't
don't
follow
smoke.
The rule. No, they smoke, but they don't smoke when it's competition time.
They smoke their weed in a bamboo stick. They don't put it in rope. They don't have a blunt. They like, man, put this shit in bamboo. And we smoking this shit out on the fucking ocean. I just don't know how the fuck they did
I'm
it.
gonna answer both of your questions.
Yeah. So my thing with that, right? My thing with that is that when you know that's Tokyo that's doing, that's not even America. That's a whole nother country that's doing that. They don't.
It ain't even it's a committee.
It's the committee.
It's not
Tokyo.
It's a whole committee.
It's the Olympics committee.
It's
Yeah,
it's
somebody from every country on that committee.
But exactly. But it's not just. It's everybody's culture that's there. So it's not like America got total fucking control over what the fuck going on. It's the fucking world.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's the fuck, and you don't really want to fuck around with that shit because once you open up the door, them motherfuckers over there got taking legal shit regular like it's the fucking norm. Mm-hmm. So you don't even want to open up that gate. So if marijuana is an issue, you need to
I do have something contradicting to say about the weed thing after y'all finish though.
All right, so for me, right, like you said, accountability. Like after she said what she said, I really don't give a fuck no more. Like at the end of the day, because if you're an Olympian or you ran track
Your
from
body
as
is
a
your
child,
profession.
as a child through high school to where you got a scholarship to college off your legs, right? So you knew you wanted to be an Olympian. You don't run track just to run track and think that shit just like, because after that it's like what you do after that. Like they have little competitions here and there throughout the country, but you want to be a fucking Olympian. It's rules there to be a fucking Olympian, right? Now, give or take that the THC was just put on there in 2021 because it was never put there, right? Until 2021. So it wasn't like it was in the rule book way before, but that's when your rep that you have that should know you should be like, yo, like, you need to cut back on that shit because they just put that in here.
And I agree with that because it's a lot of people. Yo, that's the shit that be killing me. Like if it was one of y'all and y'all competing on something, I'm on your team, which means guess what? I'm eating off your talent too, right? I'm eating off your talent. So that means you are the talent, you're the business. In order for me to keep the business going, I have to be your eyes and ears when you're doing dumb shit. And a lot of times that shit don't happen. And it happens in music all the time too. As well as music. It's motherfucker, you know your man is a star. He booming. Why he got the pistol on him?
Yeah.
Why do he got the pistol on him? Why is he the one getting locked up? It's always the fucking star that takes the fall when they have people around them that should be like, yo, we got to pump the brakes on this shit.
Hold on. Because I ain't finished that shit, yo. So I blame her team before I blame her. I blame the Olympic team who she was around because you don't smoke weed and don't know that shit.
No, let me tell you something.
I blame her first.
I blame her first. I blame her team.
And then everybody fucking around her.
Yo,
she smoked by herself.
Listen, I want to see, listen. I'm old school, bro. That old Negro spiritual shit.
Man, old
Listen
school,
here.
old niggas
Listen.
held you accountable too.
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
And they wouldn't let you fuck your life up.
We gotta stop. Because we got a younger black generation coming up behind us. All the rest of the fucking adults that's living now need to stop doing that shit. Letting motherfuckers know. I don't know her personally. But sometimes people got a talent and they good at what they do. But they talent does not match with their level of maturity. And a lot of times when you fucking doing what you do that's normal and it's an ease for you and you fucking everybody up, you got to start telling these kids, like, you have a fucking responsibility. Like, just because it's somebody out there that probably ain't as fast as her, but just working hard trying to get that fast, that got the maturity, the mental, and everything there, and they wish that they had that fucking talent that she had.
That's why I respect LeBron and his team.
Because they know,
because somebody was around and say, "Hey, you a big star."
They know
we got to do this shit right.
Think about it. Just like you said, it takes 4 years. This can be your only fucking opportunity, and you ain't even treated as such. And then you got these fucking new Negroes of this era that's supposed to be so woke that want to keep trying to give passes and setting up an example for you to say, hey, when you in a position, it's okay to fuck up. No, you want to make that shit so scary that when these kids coming up now, knowing that this could be your only shot, and it's their only shot, that they got to give it all in 100%. They don't do that. They don't do that. Because you walking around now thinking that, oh, I got time, I can do this and that. No, the fuck you don't. Once that opportunity come, it can only come once. So you gotta seize that shit in a moment.
In 4 years, she's 25, and ain't no guarantee that she ain't gonna tear
motherfuckers
her
like Jackie Jordan Kersey, all these motherfuckers that had to really deal with racism at its peak, knew the responsibilities that they was in, and all of them didn't have a straightforward like mentality. They knew the odds, because why? It was staring them in their face when they walked on the field. This nigga, you felt alone, so you already knew that I was representing my people. The problem is that black people don't look at that shit like that no more.
It's different because it's not just back when she was running, it was her and another Negro.
But that's what I mean.
Now it's a bunch of Negroes.
Exactly.
So you can get
but
blindsided.
But you don't still
we still not in a good position to be lax.
Because she smoked marijuana, we can't say that she's not mature either, because we don't know her.
No, that's not what nobody's saying.
We're saying that the opportunity. See, it shows in the opportunity. Just like I tell my kids all the time.
And then we can't
I don't
say
care.
she ain't gonna be good.
I tell my kids all the time. I don't care. I know, but we talking about.
Boat was good for.
Listen,
yeah, but he's just saying it's just not guaranteed. It's like this moment doesn't come around. There's no guarantee that she won't get injured in 4 years.
Right.
Like this. I don't care what fuck nobody say. Wayne ain't gonna never be on top no more. Eminem ain't gonna never be on top no more. Everybody had their moment in time. This right now could be her moment in time, because you gotta live life. 4 more years from now, she gonna get older. She probably her desire might burn away. She might want a baby later on. You never know what the fuck gonna happen in 4 years.
4 years is a long time.
4 years is a long time, bro.
It is, but
I think she still has a chance, but you can't risk it.
Yeah,
see a person who takes accountability for what she did. You can't doubt that she not gonna push herself no more.
It was so many black people that would have been great, and actually would have been the thing that we talk about. But because they didn't seize their moment, it opened up the opportunity for them to never even be mentioned, and now somebody else is sitting there in their spotlight.
But again, because it was just placed a month before she got tested, we don't.
You think Jordan? You think the mentality of Jordan?
Jordan smoked marijuana.
No, what I'm trying to say is this.
Like, for real.
No, what I'm trying to say is this. When Jordan was trying to be the best that he do, he had a drive and determination to be the best player that ever played. So if they would have had rules, during that time,
they did.
I'm trying to say, like, if they had rules like they got with the Olympics, where that shit, and this is before he became the name that they had to protect. I'm not talking about when you protect it. I'm talking about when you on the up and coming to get where you, because once you protect it, that means that you making everybody money. So they're gonna hide to sweep shit under the rug. I'm talking about when you trying to get there. You think he would have broke rules to get where he got, to get his name where it was at? No, because he knew how important it was.
See,
He knew how important. Now, when he got there, that's a whole different story. But on your journey getting there, motherfuckers ain't taking no risks.
I believe she learned from this shit because she probably sat back and was like, I shouldn't have done that.
She learning, but like I said, it also take accountability. Like she took accountability of this shit. So
that's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Then the other thing,
my argument ain't with her.
We don't even know, like she probably was taking it as well. I read the rule book. Marijuana not there. She got tested June 19th. They didn't put on suspension until she went back and forth with him. Mm-hmm. Like people didn't look into it. They just like you gotta watch her interview. Like she went back and forth with it. That's when they put on the suspension. When everybody keep talking about Michael Phelps and shit, he was suspended for 3 months, bro. Like
that's just for the people that was trying to make that argument. I can fucking
that's
care
what I'm
less.
saying. But the thing is, he had a harsher punishment. Like his punishment was harsher than hers. Like, so I don't understand like how you gonna keep bringing up him when he got caught. He was arrested in Baltimore, and then they suspended his ass for 3 months. But only reason why they didn't suspend her for the 3 months, only gave her the 1 month, was for the simple fact, I guess she's using it for her, like for therapeutic for her joints. And they said it wasn't to make her better or nothing. So that's why.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing that
do use it to when you.
That's why some people rather do that than pop pills.
Yeah, because Michael Phelps was telling them that he was using marijuana. That would made him better because he didn't feel his body hurting. They'd rather him not smoke that shit, have his body hurt, and him lose. Like. That's what motherfuckers not getting. Like, it's the whole point is fuck that shit. Like, I'm not fighting for that shit. She did what she did. She knew she did what she did. I'm gonna say that she gonna be back in 4 years because there's really no fucking woman out here that's touching. Even if she gets slower, she's only gonna get slower by a couple decimals.
Bro, there is another her coming up.
There's no another her. You know how long it took her to
before her. Always another.
It's always another.
But no,
it's always going to be someone that you never know when they coming.
This is what they saying.
You never know when they coming.
This is the point. Like it's always going to be. It's always going to be the next up, no matter what sport it's in.
It's always like, somebody.
They didn't think it was nobody going to be as great as Dr. J. Then here comes Michael Jordan. They thought it was going to be nobody as good as Michael Jordan. Then here comes Kobe. Then it's like, well, Kobe's just like Jordan. Here comes LeBron. Like it's always going to be something.
It's always going to be our next up.
But this is what I'm saying. She has another shot. She does. All we saying is she does. It's not guaranteed. This time around, it's just like you have to seize your moment when it's your moment. That's the whole thing. It's like what Len Bias could have been. We don't fucking know because he died. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not guaranteed.
Right? He died off of smack, right?
We know that. We're not talking about that.
We talking smack, bro. Nigga died on the court for smack, bro. We
talking about the opportunity.
No.
We're not talking about the drug. Dead. I don't care about the drug.
He was high from high school.
I'm talking college, about seizing the opportunity. That's it.
I'm not laughing at that.
But speaking of drugs, right?
Out of there.
Drugs.
Out of there.
It's a motherfucker taking a drug so he can be in woman's weightlifting.
Yeah, the dude.
So that's the thing that
estrogen.
makes me like
the estrogen. Yeah.
What?
Y'all suspend her for the weed, but he's taking estrogen for a year so he can compete in women's weightlifting. That's the contradiction.
It's the white dude.
It's a dude.
Yeah, white dude.
See, you know why? You know why? Because he's gonna say he's gonna turn around to be a bitch. So is that
I don't give a fuck. If you cut your slong off, you're never gonna be a woman. You're never gonna be a woman.
That's what we feel like.
That's what science says.
In the world of
in your DNA.
In the world of
in 100 years, when they pick your body out the ground and it's a bag of bones, they be like, oh man, it's a man with no dick. They ain't gonna be like, oh, it was a woman. No, it was somebody named Tracy. No,
in the world,
his name was Tim.
Tracy is a unisex name.
In the world of fucking them,
never mind. You get ready, maybe.
In the world of fucking
statute of limitations,
they doing whatever they want. These, I don't even like speaking on them, yo.
Oh, you talking about the alphabet crew?
Yeah, I don't even like speaking.
Why not?
Because why? Because
Nobody's off limits.
No,
over
no,
here.
nobody off
listen,
limits.
nobody
right?
off limits,
It's just
but
the
yo,
fact of.
let's go ahead.
It's just the fact that, right? Because it's like, they be. Yeah, I just hate speaking on them.
And then the funny thing about it, like, how much power did they really have? She ain't running, and she's bisexual.
Because she's a
They
regular.
didn't.
She's a regular athlete.
When she was winning, then they put her up here like she's one of us. She has a girlfriend. Then she get in trouble. It's like they turn it back, just like Black Lives Matter. When somebody reach out for them, when something happens to somebody straight, and then they turn it back like, nah, we ain't part of y'all.
Yo, y'all don't realize that all these groups are groups that have a whole bunch of weak people together that just come. All these groups, there's a whole bunch of weak people that can't stand individually alone, so they come together to be like-minded, to get balls. That's all America. That's all
the man
America-
trying to get rid of his balls.
I'm just saying that's all America is now. When we were coming up, American, whether you was black or white, taught you when you're an individual to be a leader and stand on your own. When you had people coming together to fight, even during racist times, you had a lot of strong people coming together.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they was their own individual. What they did was weaken and soften the people in our country, and the only way they get strength is through us all being together and thinking exactly alike. Not even being an individual.
I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna talk. You know when this world got weaker? When gay became alphabets. Like,
what?
everybody, it wasn't no lesbian. You was a bull dyke, but you was gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What are you talking about?
No, because, yo, you don't understand. Like, when they started putting alphabets with being gay, the world just got soft as a bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, you think I'm playing? Yo, I had
No,
this.
you know when AIDS started, right?
No.
You know they called it GRID, right?
Yeah.
And GRID stood for gay related immune deficiency. That's AIDS is a gay related immune deficiency. It wasn't called AIDS at first, and that shit just started in '81, bro.
Oh, I know. I remember that.
And Fauci, the one out here who talking about this fucking coronavirus, was the one that called it the gay, the gay related, right? Y'all just like, yo, this real shit, yo. It's going down the drain.
They
run them so much, so I just don't want to talk about.
You know me, I'm a history person, like, and I had this thing that troubled me is that, as any country going era, nothing stays the same with this country. I had a thought in a dream because of that thought that it fucked my head up so much last week that we was like arguing because they removed the United States flag and put the rainbow flag as they voted. They had the rainbow flag as our flag for the country.
When that happened,
fucking won.
I'm burning that shit in.
And they fucking won.
I'm gonna burn it.
When that happens, I'm moving to Ghana.
Because they tried to say the rainbow stood for everybody, a country for everybody.
But you know, before the
and I was just like, yo, how the hell you gonna take something that God said you ain't gonna rain 40 days if just... I was fucked up in my dream, man.
But do y'all understand, though, where the rainbow came from, right?
I just told you.
No.
Lucky Charms box.
No. You know, no, dead ass. No, I'm being real dead ass serious right now, bro. Like, you know why they fight so much behind that rainbow shit?
Why?
Because the Rainbow Coalition used the rainbow as that flag, bro. Like motherfuckers don't really sit back and realize, like, before Jesse and them had it, that was the Black Panther shit. The Rainbow Coalition, bro. When he had all the whites in there that they thought hated niggas and they had the motherfucking head like it's coming together. The rainbow did, but then it became gay after they killed son. Like,
They taking it.
they took it. The gays took some shit that really meant like unity, all colors. It wasn't like it didn't matter if you suck dick or suck pussy, bro. Like, yo, this shit is mind blowing, yo. And I
need Tekashi to go ahead and fight for the rainbow flag.
Yo, like,
he's
please.
the real rainbow dude.
I need somebody real to take it back, yo, because it's like it fucks me up. And I know who gave it to him. Jesse Jackson, yo.
Jesse?
Yeah, because you know he took over the Rainbow Coalition, and then he gave them California motherfuckers when they started riding for gayness. He gave them the flag.
Riding for gayness is just like a bad.
I know, right?
It's just a bad transition.
But they might like it when they hear it.
Riding
Like,
for gayness.
look, they might like it when they hear it.
What
Like,
you-
yeah,
what
the
you riding for?
niggas, they was riding for gayness, so they might like, oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
So that was Young Buck. Shorty want to ride.
Oh, and on that note, Flesh, let me get your final thoughts, man. How we feel? How we feel about ESPN hating on black people? How we feel about that?
My thing is nothing new. It's nothing new to me. If you're gonna come into an entity where you know that's how they move, if you want to be over there, you gotta act accordingly and do what you gotta do to get where you gotta get at. That's just the name of the beast. White man run everything.
Conway.
If you sign that contract and you want to be political, make sure your contract allows you to be political. And if you're a fucking square, don't act like you woke now, bitch.
Damn.
And fuck you, Jesse.
Jesse who?
And he's Jesse Jackson.
Jesse Smollett? Or?
And fuck him too. And he just got locked up too for fighting a fight in the gay state in Atlanta and shit. But it's cool. Jesse Jackson.
Jackson or
Yeah,
Smollett?
Jesse Jackson.
Oh.
He got locked up for fighting a fight in
We don't even care.
the gay state. But it's cool.
We don't even care.
He killed Martin. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. Hey, check this out. My final thoughts is.
Look at me through them glasses like that, cuz.
My final thoughts is.
I'll just keep it a buck.
Black people, start your own shit. And that's it. That's it.
And
Start your own
support
shit.
it.
Right,
Yeah.
and support it.
Start your own shit and do your own thing, man. See, we don't got to run to these people all the time, man. We ain't got to do that.
Support black.
But check this out, man.
That's
It's been
why we-
another great show,
That's why we hang.
another
Tyler
great
Perry.
topic, and it's been another edition of Imperfect Sense right here on UnifiedRadio.tv. That's Conway. This is Flesh. Shout out to Andy. I'm Eric. We see y'all the same time, same Unified channel.
You said that's Andy. Where you
I
at?
said shout outs to
Oh, I was
Andy.
gonna say, fuck you at?
You know what I'm saying? The ball and chain get heavy, man. Like, the ball and chain. Like,
He here in spirit.
you know what I'm saying?
That nigga
But
gonna
in-
start
and- but
talking
in-
like this. Yes, sir,
Baby, can I come outside today?
baby.
Oh, don't roast him at the end, y'all. We see y'all. We see y'all.
Man, peace.
Baby.